In this video, we will draw the basic tan graph using the graphs of sine and cos. You will notice on this page I have included a table from minus 90 in increments of 30 and also included 45s up to 360 degrees with sine of the theta and cos of the theta, and the result if you take sine theta divided by cos theta. So here where I've written undefined, I will use the bottom table here to explain what happens here when we say minus 1 divided by 0. So let us look at all these points. First of all, you'll notice the blue graph here is the graph of sine theta, and the red graph is the graph of cos theta, the mother graph. So what I did, I also included some other values. In this case, you will see points like A1 and E1, etc. And we will now look at the graph. If we take this at the origin and we say sine theta divided by cos theta, so it's 0 divided by 1, so it's blue divided by red, we get a new dot which is at 0. We get that dot there, E. If we take, for instance, here where the red and the blue graph sine and cos crosses each other, there they have exactly the same value. And that happens when at 45, you will see here at 45, they have exactly the same values. So whatever it is, the answer when we divide it is 1. That's why we need to make that dot there. And the same here, if we look at the point P and the point D here, we see that if I take the sinus value, which is negative now, the same number as the positive value P, then we get an answer of negative 1. And that will happen here at minus 45. So at minus 45, we get the point B1. And at plus 45, we get the point C1. The same will happen here with the points D1, where we get a plus value for cos and a minus value for sine, so that D1 will happen at 135 degrees. That is D1. And at E1, we'll get both of them are negative, so if we divide, we get a positive value. So we have there, etc. Okay, so let us look at other values. Let us look at 90 degrees. If sine of 90 degrees is minus 1 and cos is 0, so we're dividing by 0. So let us look where cos is 0. So in this case, cos is 0. If we look just in front of cos of 90 degrees, we get 88 degrees. If we look at the values for sine and cos there, and we divide it, we get plus 29,5. So if we look at 90 degrees on the scale, it's somewhere up here, somewhere there, not even on our screen. It's up there, because my maximum here is 5, so I can't even draw it on this graph. So it's a very large value. And but if I look on the right side of 90 degrees, we will notice that we get a negative value. So down there we will get, down here we will get a negative minus 28, and up there we will get plus 28. So that means if I now have to go through these points, to know what is happening here on this side, I must go and look at something like 88, like that, and I see I get a minus 29,15 again here. A very small number. Get a very small number. Let me just enlarge this a little bit. Very small number or a very large negative number. So if I now join these here, I will get something like this. And if I already have on the right hand side of 90 degrees, I had 92. This is this one. On the left hand side of 270, I get something like 268. And they both of cos and sine are negative, so the answer will be plus, so it means the graph goes to plus infinity. So if we join those, then I get this graph here. So and this is similar. I heard one also called it like a water slide. So this is roughly how you will use sine and cos to draw the graph of tan. So you can have a look through it. It's just a little bit extra, and then deduce all the properties. So by looking at the specific value 0, we will get a large number and it will be inconsistent, but we have to look on the left and we have to look on the right, and left on the right, from the left and from the right to determine. Here again, 272 is to the right of 270, and you see here we get a negative value if define that, so the graph will come from minus infinity and then goes to plus infinity.